Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Build Show. I am your host, Ben Estrino, over here. Except I don't want to remove that. Over here at the Empower Studio. Today we're building another PC, not just any ordinary PC. This is a beautiful pink and white themed build. As you can see, we've got a lot of pink and a lot of white. So let's just say one of our local customers' girlfriends decided that they wanted a new build as well. That's kind of where it went. But come on in, hang out, sit back, relax, ask all of the questions, and remember, if you like this kind of nerdy stuff, make sure to give us a follow. And on all of our channels, we're on Kick, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. Go ahead and give us a follow and share. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, we have the $1 PC. What that is we take all the revenue from all the streams and we put it towards the $1 PC. Once we hit a specific threshold, which you see at the bottom of the screen there, we'll go ahead and do a $1 PC giveaway. We have to charge $1 because of the gambling rules behind it. So we do have to charge you $1 for the PC, which includes shipping and all that. So it's a really good deal. So any of the subs or any revenue or tips that come from the stream goes to the $1 PC giveaway. We are also going to be making a big announcement here soon. Just make sure you follow and hop on the streams when you can. But that will be coming up here in due time. So back to what's happening now. We are just we're not just building any ordinary PC, like I had mentioned before. Today we're just building a super awesome custom PC, which is pink and white is the theme. And we've got a pretty good hardware list built out here for it today. So make sure you enjoy the stream. If you do have any questions during the stream, make sure you ask. I'm here to answer any questions. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started by running through the loadout. And let me drop this before we start that. Yo, Reese, what's up? You got a deal? What's up, man? Hey, Mern. Just stopping in. Ah, nice. Just got home for dinner. Or you make it dinner. Gotcha. Come on in when you're ready. When you're good and ready and dinner's good to go. So the build list we're going to go through, and we're going to be building today with the Ryzen 7. This is a 5700X. It's got 8 cores, 16 threads, and a max boost of 4.6 gigahertz. That's this bad boy right here. And we have the contact frame we're going to be using is going to be stock because it's AM4. We really don't need one for that. Thermal paste is Thermal Grizzly. We're going to be using the Deep Cool LS520. This is a white AIO. It's got two 120mm fans. They're addressable RGB and they're PWM. So the white is going to go very good with the already white and pink theme from the case, which I'll touch on here in just a moment. Motherboard is a MSI MPG X570S. This is the Gaming Edge Max Wi-Fi edition. So the Max is the kind of revised version of the Gaming Edge after they released the original. So it's got some newer updates on there just to keep it relevant for a longer period of time. But the RAM we're going to be building with is 32 gigabytes of DDR4 3600 megahertz CL18. This is by T-Force, or this is by Team Group, but this is the T-Force Delta addressable RGB in white. It's a great kit. Got plenty of, you'll have plenty of RAM to work with anyway. Plenty of memory. And the SSD is a 2 terabyte M.2. This is Gen 4 by Silicon Power. So 2 terabytes of space. M.2 storage is great. We also have a 4 terabyte hard drive because she needed some extra storage for, I believe, some editing that you'll be doing. So we got that extra 4 terabytes of storage there. That's a Seagate SATA 3 hard drive. Nothing super spectacular about the hard drives anymore because of their speeds. But the video card, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060, which is a 12 gigabyte card. This is the MSI Ventus, which is a 3-fan card. So it's a great graphics card to start with for what she's going to be doing and working, what she'll be working on mostly. Outside of that, the case is by Leon Lee. This is the LandCool 205, and this is the mesh USB-C version. So what that means is it just has a USB-C port here at the top, part of the top panel, and then the mesh has a mesh front. It's got tempered glass panel, but I have it out already in the box. Already included is 2 140 millimeter PWM fans on the front and a 120 millimeter fan in the rear. Those are addressable RGB. And I believe this one also has a RGB fan hub on the back already as well, which is included with the case. So it's a very sleek pink case. If you're interested in a pink case, I highly recommend this one, especially if you're just doing a pretty standard ATX mid-tower. The limitations really is the size of AIO that you could put in here. Really, it's limited to a 240. You can do a 280, I believe, in the front, and possibly squeeze a 360. Nope, definitely not. Just 280, and that's about it. So that is the limitations of the case, but it's a great case overall for what we're doing here on this build, and great looking case especially. And then the power of the system, we have a 750 watt 80 plus bronze and some fancy pink and white cables here, cable extensions that will move over here real quick. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the build. I hope everybody's Wednesday is not as smoky as ours. And what I mean by that is Canada is having a big bonfire and nobody was invited, apparently. They're out there drinking all their Molson Ice, enjoying their little bonfire that they got going, and didn't invite any of us Americans, but they'll dump their smoke on us. Alright, so let's get started with the motherboard, CPU, RAM, SSD, all that good jazz. Sound good. You got a deal. Hey, my Kick chat is actually showing up in my restream. I just now noticed that. That's cool. So here's our Ryzen 7 5700X getting dropped into our M4 socket. So it has been socketed. It's in the socket. How about that? Also, let me know if my voice is too loud on the stream, because I've adjusted the volumes and played with it, and I've had some people tell me it's too loud and some people tell me it's not, and so on, so forth. one of these guys. Little M.2 screw from the motherboard box. Then we've got peels for days. Different time. We get the Attack of the Squeaky Toys behind us by Mr. Max. Alright, so there we go. We've got our SSD, our CPU, and our RAM installed onto the motherboard. Not sure if that's going to clear up or not. Focus, maybe. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and get the hardware out of the case. We'll get that started. I might also drop the power supply in here first, which is going to be a little backwards than my normal process. But it's only because the AIO is going to be mounted here at the top, and it's a pain in the butt to get that AIO or the EPS cables in there once the AIO is in. So I will likely get the motherboard in here and then do the power supply. Let me see if I can actually get this hardware out without having to take the direct. And I guess we have to take that out anyway, but well, maybe. There we go. All jammed up in there. Make a mess of things now. Why not? Why not? Just make a mess of it. The reason why I'm going to do that is so I can get some of these cables a little bit more tamed, because they're all over the place here. And then we'll get this kind of cleaned up here in the corner once we get to that point. Well, we should be good to drop this motherboard in there. Peel the final peel on the back off, the back I/O. Get it lined up here. It lines up perfectly. And then we get the motherboard hardware, the screws. So that screw is ready to go in. Just hops right out of the package and says, "Let's go." Dang! Well, that was kind of crackly. 596 builds for the year. Yes, sir. That's actually inaccurate. I do have a few more that I did this week that I didn't add to the counter. Did them off stream, though. They were all inventory builds. So I've got quite a few PCs sitting here ready to go. Nice. Missy, I'm so excited. I love the pink. Yeah, this pink build is pretty badass. I haven't gotten to do a pink one in a while. Nobody really wanted to do the pink. So it's been a little while since I've actually gotten to do a pink build. You know? So I appreciate the fact that I'm building with a pink PC. Or building a pink PC. It's been a while. I think the last one we did with pink was like beginning of 2022. Or wait, no, I take that back. We had a white pink one about a month and a half ago. But it wasn't like as pink. It was like a really heavy white with an accent of pink. So it wasn't like pink with an accent of white. You know what I mean? This one's nice. I like this one. It is super pink. Like, we're not screwing around. We're just going full pink. Alright, so like I was saying, I think I'm going to throw the power supply in so I can get those EPS cables plugged in. Or the EPS cable power. This is a semi-modular power supply, so CPU is already connected to the power supply. So many damn twist ties. Twist ties for days. Yo, Papa Goose, what's up? Oh, I keep getting this mixed up because you show up in two places now. I gotta just close one of those windows. I didn't realize that Restream got the Kick Chat fixed. No, I'm looking at two different chat windows right now. I've got the Kick because previously Restream was not populating Kick Chat. Now all of a sudden it is. So I'm looking at two different chat windows now. I just gotta close the Kick Chat window and I should be good. No more mix-ups. I'm just gonna kill it. Bye. And it's gone. Oh, more of that. Alright, so power supply's going in. I have to move that hard drive bay over a little bit. And not much is up, doing some laundry and getting ready to eat dinner. You know what? Dinner sounds really amazing right now. I was going to try to eat before I started streaming and didn't get to it. Now I'm gonna stream hungry. Now I'm super hungry, right? But it's all good. I'll get through this, and then I'll eat, and then I'll probably pass out. There we go. We got our EPS cables in. Now we could work on the AIO. I'm going to take this bracket off. My laundry. Not a fan of laundry. I hate laundry. I think everybody hates laundry. There is a way to make your clothes just magically clean without the process of doing laundry. You'd be rich. You invent that. Self-cleaning clothes. Alright, so this is a 240 millimeter AIO. It's in white. This is by Deep Cool. I use Deep Cool products a lot. I really like them. The fans are addressable RGB and PWM. So it's going to look fancy inside the pink and white. Or with the pink and white theme. Fancy. Gonna go in like this, so I need the cables on this side. And then the fans are also going to be set as exhaust. Exhausting all that hot air from the CPU directly out of the case. Woof. And these are daisy chained. So the fans connect off of one cable to another, which is kind of cool. Saves a bunch of cables, so you don't have two cables coming off of each fan. It turns out to be one fan for whatever I think it's like 6 that you could put on this chain. But we do have to connect the AIO block, the CPU block, to the chain because it's part of the RGB. So I'm going to put this extension cable here on this. And then that will go to that when we get that in there. And then this one is the splitter that comes off from the chain and splits off into the power, PWM, and RGB connections for the motherboard and power supply. There we go. And this has a fancy bracket, this case. We'll go ahead and mount it to the bracket and then mount it to the case. And there's just 8 screws for this. I didn't tighten the 4 corners down all the way. I'm going to leave those loose as I get the middle screws put in. That way I can kind of center up, and so there's no alignment issues with the bracket. Right on. There we go. Now we're ready to go in the case. I'm just going to send these cables through their respected holes on the back of the case. Good thing Scotty's not here. He's making jokes about that comment. Alright, and then this bracket we'll just attach here once we get it around the front cables. What are we hooked on here? I don't know. Oh, I see. Technical difficulty. Then one screw holds this bracket onto the case. So it's a very easy system to work with. All right, there we go. We got a cooler in the case. Starting to look like a PC. Now we got to get the mounting kit for the CPU block sorted out. That's just going to be these 4 that are going to screw into the back plate that's already there. So I'm only going to remove 2 of these screws at a time. Swap them out with the new screws, mounting hardware for the cooler. These are the stock mounting hardware and brackets, I guess you can call them. And then there's a stock back plate, so it uses the back plate, the existing back plate, but we do have to swap out the screws and the mounting hardware for this cooler. But that way, if I just do 2 at a time here, the back plate isn't going to drop through the back of the motherboard and then be non-existent or lost in the back of the PC. Just makes it a lot easier for the process. Little trick. Save yourself some time. There we go, we got them all removed. Now we just have to add the last 2. Looks like I cut myself somehow. Don't know how. And let's remove this plastic, and then we're going to wipe away that thermal paste that's pre-applied here, because we're going to use thermal grizzly on this. I'm happy you're excited about building the pink PC for me, and thank you again for doing it. Oh, no problem. My pleasure. Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to wipe this clean, because this is thermal paste that came with the cooler. I don't normally use that stuff. I usually always use thermal grizzly. Sometimes I'll use the Cryonaut Extreme. The Cryonaut is the normal stuff we use here on a day-to-day basis for a rebuild. When I'm doing a custom loop, like that one back there, I'll do the Cryonaut Extreme, because it's not going to be unblocked for a long time. Pew pew banging. What's up? How's it going? Jason over on Facebook, thank you for that like, and thank you also, Carol, for the like. I appreciate you. My grandma. She's always lurking. Always lurking on me. Alright, so I want the tubes to be facing down if we can do that. I'm going to put this hardware on the down low. I'm pretty sure this will fit. No problem. Alright, now so we're ready for that thermal grizzly paste. Thermal grizzly going on the CPU here. And I go through one of these big tubes probably once every 2 weeks, which is an awful lot of thermal paste right now. These things are like 50 bucks a piece. So, premium stuff. We're using top shelf stuff. Try not to get any blood on the white. Somehow I cut myself while I was opening something. I don't know what happened there. All right, we got the block on there. Now we just need to put the thumb nuts on there, tighten it down. I call them thumb nuts because they're nuts. They got the thumb grips on them. They also have a Phillips head on the top. So you could do something like that, where you just drop it, lose it. This is going to be interesting. The thumb nut, the thumb grip comes in handy. Alright, so now we'll undo these twist ties that we should have done earlier. We all know how much I love twist ties. Come on. Like an IQ test every time. Alright, so we got a pump connection. I believe our pump is up here. Right? Pump, yep. Our fan, which is going to control the fans, the radiator fans. I'm going to plug in right there, but that's on the back side right now, so I'm going to send this through. That has to connect to the chain on the back. I'm also going to kind of pull this through so it cleans those cables up a little bit. And then we'll get some zip ties in on this little chain of cable. There we go, and then we'll snip these zip ties up a little bit. Get the ends off. There we go. AIO is pretty much 100% installed. Looking like a PC. Evolving. Alright, so let's get some of this front panel stuff sorted out. While we're at it, we'll get that CPU fan plugged in. How to build a PC sideways. Alright, so we've got a USB-C cable, I believe goes right here. USB 3.0, I believe is down below, or it's right here. Don't know that we're going to get it in here on the side. We're going to have to go down below. Then we have a power button and an HD audio. I lost the cable. There it is. Come on in. Our power button. Then, to add to the mess, we also have a fan connection for the hub, an RGB connection for the hub. Both of which we're going to send towards the bottom here. We can. Should be, there it is. RGB connection here, and fan. Alright, so I think I got all my cables in the right places. We'll flip it over and plug everything in. That's our USB-C, And then our USB 3.0 is down here, but I'm going to do our power RGB fan first. The RGB connection allows me to sync the fans from the hub, which are the fans in the case, to the motherboard. So when we open up MSI Mystic Light, we can control the colors of the fans through the software rather than through the hub or the controller, a physical controller. And then JFP1 is where our power button is. I'll get that plugged into the right pins. The only thing this case has is a power button, so we're just going to use that. And then the last one here on this side is the USB 3.0. And then our front panel HD audio in the back corner here. There we go. All of our connections have been completed. Yay! Now we just have power, graphics card. Shoot, what did I do? I did something stupid. Well, I'm special. Why didn't you guys stop me? Say, hey Ben, you're stupid. Good thing this is easy to take off. When you come to the realization that you forgot to put the extension cables on the EPS cables, then you realize you're special. I've got cables for this. What happens when I set them aside? And I'm special. Alright, so we got a couple of cable combs to add to this. I was like, man, this build's going way too fast. Why? Oh, the cable combs. We didn't do cable combs yet. All right. That's not the right one either. Coming. Alright, there we go. That's much better looking. Sorry I'm special. Now to put the radiator back. I think we didn't have everything zip tied on the back yet before we realized that. I didn't have to actually put the power supply in first. I'm just special. Much better. See? Now it's pink and white. How it's supposed to be. Alright, more pink and white. This is our 24-pin extension cable for the motherboard power. I've got 3 cable combs to add to this one. And really it's just a process of pushing the cable into the clips. But there's 2 cables for each clip. A very time-consuming process. I love the cables. They're brighter pink. Yes. I thought it was a closer pink when I was looking at them online before I ordered them. I thought they were actually closer to the pink of the case, but they are a little bit more vibrant. But when the lights are on, you're not going to be able to tell very much difference there. It also, the cameras don't do a good job of, the colors themselves for you while you're watching. So until you see it in person, I mean, it looks good to me. I like it. Dang it. These cables are actually really hard to get, too. I actually had some on hand, because these are hard to get. So anytime I want to do a pink build, it's like a 4-week wait for these cables to show up. There we go. More pink. Now what? Guess we throw the graphics card in there. Before I do that, I should put the SATA. May as well just throw both of those in there. Then you'll have an extra cable there if you want to add more storage. So all you got to do is slap the drive in there and the cable will be sitting there ready for you. These SATA ports are a pain in the butt to get to once the card's in there. Alright, so that one and that one needs to come out. Here's our MSI RTX 3060 3-fan MSI Ventus OC. We could take the plastic off and paint it if you ever wanted to. Paint it white, paint it pink. And then we have a white and pink cable for the graphics card too. Or cable cones. Well, hello there. Yes? What about you, Tummy? Tummy is how? Oh. What is that? Oh. You want to push the... Hey, Cameron. Thanks for jumping in. Very nice. Hold on, I got a little girly girl. He wants to push the microphone button. All right. All done. No, done. Close. I gotta finish this book, girl. No. One more done. One more all done. She also likes pink. All right. Graphics card is installed. We got pink cables installed. So I guess all that we have left is to flip it over and deal with the cables on the back side. Don't touch those. Yeah. Oh. Deal with that big fancy mess. Anybody else want to do this for me? And we also have a drive to install. Which, for some reason, they want to put the flip around and make it go this way, so you have to take this front panel off to get to it. I don't know why. Not sure why they started doing that. I'm going to move this bay over a little bit. I moved it too far. There we go. Put the hard drive in here, and then we'll slide that in. Pink is awesome. Oh yeah, I agree. Once you go pink, never go back. That does not sound right. Sometimes I need to send my comments to review before they go out. One 4 terabyte hard drive in its cage. Now we just need SATA cables. SATA cable. SATA cable. Oh, I see. No touch. Then I just need to get a SATA power cable over there. Now I've got a little helper. I'll touch the screws. They'll leave them right there for me. There. This one will send up front for the hard drives. There we go, nice and neat. Hard drive is all set, ready to go, so we'll put this panel back on. Remove that. That is not one of my tools. Alright, now we've got CPU power, the hard drive powered. You get the motherboard powered. That sucks. Realize that that would be a tangled mess. Don't want that. Alright, so this needs to be kind of zipped over here. of course, my zip ties are all the way over here. This is the cable management portion of the stream. This cable management is brought to you in part by Last couple of cables here. You love the cables, quick match? Thank you. Yeah, they're super nice. Pink and white cables, like I mentioned before, they're actually really difficult to get. They're just never in stock. Ever. Oh, that makes me. See if we can sneak this around. Probably doubtful. Got it in there. A little bit more cleaned up, I'd say. My mom bought my brother a PC from you, and he loved it. Awesome. Hey, quick match. Are you waiting for a PC from me? Is it who I think you are? Are you who I think I am? Are you who I think you are? Jesus. Yeah, she asked me for an update. Yes, the Fat Boy in white should be ready on Saturday. So we actually are going to try to do a build stream for you on Friday. We're actually just waiting on two parts to show up. One of them is the case itself. Not sure why it's taking so long to get here, but it should have already been here. But we will be doing the stream, the build itself on Friday, and then we will have it ready for you by Saturday. There we go. Is that clean enough? Missy, over on YouTube, what do you think of this? Backside clean enough for you? You like it? Any changes that I need to make? I know it gets a little boring while I'm doing the cable management. Looks sick. Awesome. All right, let's close her up. Ah. Cable tried to sneak back through. It's like, hello. I'm like, no, get back down there. Making sure everything stayed clean. about that. Funky little cables. Alright, looks good to me. Let's clean this up and then we'll fire it up and see what it looks like. See if I built it right and see if it posts. Then you have additional pink and white cables that come with the kit. That'll be included, so you have it. If you ever upgrade the graphics card and it's a bigger card where it needs more cables, you have those extra cables, so they're matching later for you. Stop running away from me. Alright, don't worry, I will get a different camera view here before I turn it on. Gonna get it plugged into the capture card. So you can see the post screen. Has tons of USB options on the back. It's got USB-C, a whole bunch of USB 3.0 connections. You have got USB for days. All right, let's switch it over. Final peel. All right, are you ready? You ready to see it powered on for the first time? There she goes. Booting up for the first time. We're just waiting for it to actually post here. We've got VGA error is what it's saying, but I think it's going to post past that. There we go. Maybe not. There we go. Come on now. Green light. Green light means post. I did have an issue with my capture card last stream, so I thought I fixed it. But we've got no display. Let me swap it out. Verify. We're going to bypass the capture card just to verify it posted. We got all the lights indicating that it's posted, but I've got no video yet. Gonna reboot it real quick. There we go. Yeah, for some reason my capture card is not working again. It like randomly does this where it's working and then it stops working. But we've got a post. You can see it over here on the screen. Post it up, so we're good to go. Now all I gotta do is deal with the software side. Let me see if I can get the capture card to work. Power cycle the capture card, you know, the fun stuff. PC is working, but my capture card isn't. Go figure. But there it is. It's pink. It's full of color. You'll get an RGB tan if you sit next to it too long. But I think it turned out awesome. The pink and white really flow well, very nicely with the build. Yeah, it's just, this capture card ain't working right now. I'm done playing with it already. Capture card decided not to work today. It's fine. Well, you know, it's cool to see the rest of the process. Usually I do like a Windows install, get to the point where we're doing the BIOS update and etc. But no capture card. So the build is done. We just have to do the software side of it. We got to install Windows, do the BIOS update, do all the drivers. This one I think is Windows 11. Windows 10. Did you want Windows 10 or Windows 11 on here? I have Windows 10 written down or on the invoice. I seen the cool part. Yeah, for sure. Let me know if you want Windows 10 or Windows 11. I have Windows 10 here. Windows 11 would be nice. Okay. Well, I'll swap that out. 11. The 11 stick. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I should have this ready to go for pickup actually tomorrow. I mean, as long as the battle tested phase goes well and I don't run into any issues with the hardware, should be ready to go tomorrow. Hey, it's Anthony. Hey, what's up? I wanted to ask you about a backplate for the GPU. Yeah, we could do a backplate. So V1 Tech is where I usually order the backplates because I don't have the equipment here to cut my own. But they're specifically cut out to match the backplate, and they could be addressable RGB as well. They're usually like 70 or 80 bucks, but they're RGB. That's with the RGB version. The other thing we could do is we could actually take this backplate off and paint it. If you wanted to paint it, like just a simple standard color. Oh, got it. Okay, so then yeah, we'd probably go with a backplate from V1 Tech and get the design on there so that they print it, and then get it RGB so it lights up. Kirby, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you could definitely get a backplate for this one. And the cool thing about them is they just slap right on. You don't even have to, you shouldn't take this backplate off the original. That stays on. So it just slides right on it. Super easy to install. Holy smokes, that SSD is fast. Windows 11 is already done installing. That's some fast SSD. Awesome. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I can put together a design for you from V1 Tech. Just send me over some like example photos of what you want it to look like, and I can put one together. But yeah, it turned out pretty nice looking. Well, awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to end it here because we don't have a capture card right now. We will be picking it up on Friday, and I'll have her look up some pics of him and send them over to you. Awesome. Yep, just whenever you're ready. And I will see you guys on Friday. And I'll let you know that this thing wrapped up beautifully tomorrow. I'll see you guys Friday when you pick up. See you guys. Bye. Happy Wednesday. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. And I'll see you on the next stream. Probably got a stream tomorrow, Thursday, and I've got a stream Friday, and possibly a fourth stream on Saturday. So lots of streams coming up. Hang in there. Join them. They're all fun, and heck yeah, both love the stream. Thanks again. No problem, man. I'll see you on Friday. Bye, everybody. I'm trying to find a button. There it is. Have a good night, guys.